And his opponent, winner of 4 major titles already this season. Without question, he's the greatest of all time, the world #1. Where can you miss him? The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. One of snooker's great rivalries in terms of style, personality, and how much they each want to beat the other.
The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
They're not friends, they don't have to be. This is all business. They are both great champions, and this is what you call a proper snooker match. It's packed here, they're on their feet for the two as they entered best of 11 for a place in the semi-finals of this Players' Championship. These two played in Shanghai earlier this season, but it's their first meeting in the UK since 2020. And their first meeting in front of a live crowd pre-COVID since the start of that year at the Welsh Open. I think it's fair to say, Alan, there's a lot of anticipation in the air tonight.
Yeah, oh yes, there is. Lovely intro, David. What an evening this one's going to be. They're back together at last. Yeah, terrific cue ball. That's going to be every shot of this match tonight. Almost feel like a mini event. I don't think Ronnie O'Sullivan has all that many mental scars administered to him down the years, but if he does, and the man in the opposite chair tonight has been the one to deliver them in the past.
Oh, and a miss. Mark Selby 4.
Let's go back. Marshall, our referee. It's 17-11 overall in the head-to-head to O'Sullivan. It's actually their first meeting on ITV. Of course, it's a quarter-final match, but in terms of finals, Selby's actually got the edge 6-3, and as Neil made the point in the studio, he's won in all 3 Triple Crown finals against O'Sullivan.
Would you bring it up, Ben?
Hey, O'Sullivan just asking that they check the cue ball's in the right spot.
Slightly further towards me. A little bit more.
It's Ben Williams, the marker, just guiding
Yeah,
the
that's
referee.
perfect.
The point about this match, I think, and there's been a lot of build-up as there should be, there's a lot of history, but the present is actually compelling, isn't it? O'Sullivan's having one of his greatest ever seasons. Mark Selby hasn't been in such good form, but this one result, if he were to win tonight, would maybe transform everything for him.
Foul. And a miss. Mark Selby
Now
4.
then, could he see a red full ball? Because if he could, he's going to hear the warning imminently from Desislava. He can see a red full ball. We haven't heard the warning yet. If it's not administered, then there's no 3 strikes and you're out. The warning has to be given.
Foul. And a miss.
Well,
Mark Selby
it's
4.
already big, isn't it? Because it wasn't given.
Yeah, the reds that are just right of the pink, you just get to see them here. You don't necessarily have to hit any one of them full ball. It's the whole width of a pack of reds. If there is room, which there is there, the warning should have been...
I have to apologize. If you miss again, you'll lose the frame. Because you can actually see a red full ball.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry
good
about
enough. Desislava has
He can see
apologised.
a red
and
full
just...
ball, so I just warned him. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Mark's taking it in good
Oh, it's my
part.
fault that I
Absolutely
didn't warn you
fine.
after the second time, so I apologize.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you
that's
miss
good
this
by
time, you lose the
Desislava.
frame.
She made a minor mistake, but rectified quickly. We're all human, that happens. So, gotta hit one for loss of frame.
Well, he certainly hit one. This is why you have to watch a match like this right from the start, because already it's been eventful, it's been controversial. O'Sullivan just whacked them.
Yeah, in a strange way, he did the correct thing. He'd got to hit one. That was rule number one. Did that, so this is the leave. Half chance for Mark. Plenty waiting. Nicely done.
Well, what a chance to just settle in. As I say, it's not been the best of seasons for Selby. We did see him in the British Open final. That was back in early October. Lost second round of the Welsh Open just last week. But in the second half against Barry Hawkins, he started to play really well. He finished off strongly. Came in our studio and was happy with the way he closed that match out. He knows how well he'll have to play tonight. That's the thing when you play O'Sullivan. Yes, it's a massive test, but there's no sort of wriggle room, really. Got to produce it, and he's been handed
4.
a golden opening here, hasn't he?
$11. $12.
Yes, I agree with in the studio when they're talking about the tail end of that win against Barry Hawkins. Mark was much better. That was the two words I used when I saw him in studio after it. It's very good. And it was also interesting that when
70.
Jill was asking for predictions, it was nice actually, wasn't it? They were both kind of, well, Mark might be his time tonight. Oh, there's the first bad mistake of
Mark Selby, 17.
this huge match.
Yeah, he was stretching a bit, wasn't he? Wasn't ideal on it, really. Still expected him to get it. So O'Sullivan was not punished for the shot he played, just crashing into them.
One.
142nd appearance in a ranking event quarter-final. Incredible numbers over 3 decades and counting. 4 titles, big titles this season. He hasn't actually lost a match for 103 days. He's won 16 on the spin in various tournaments. Last player to
5.
beat him was Shangander at the International Championship in November.
$6. $9. $10.
Yeah, that was crisp. Didn't look much at distance shred within Rose's capability, but it was the sound of it as much as anything else. Good early sign, that. But the favour returned. Didn't see that one. He's half with it, but
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 10.
uncharacteristic miss, that, isn't it? Certainly in recent times.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the reception they got. You know, you wouldn't be human if you didn't have a few nerves coursing around your body on walking out to that. So maybe both players just need a bit of time to settle, particularly the way this frame's gone so far as well. Their first meeting was back in 2002 in Shanghai, the China Open. Selby actually won that. He was a teenager, completely unheralded. And then so many memorable meetings since. Remember the World Semi 4 years ago in lockdown. And O'Sullivan played pretty unorthodox stuff to fight back at the end and get over the line.
Well, there's a bonus. He's going to be tight in behind the yellow. So you immediately get drawn to which red is Ronnie going to be trying to play on. The one on the left cushion is no good.
Mark Selby 1.
In fact, I'm having a scan. I can't see anything that's any good, really. The only one, the red nearest the black, would be probable target, but how does he get there? Looking for 3 cushions to try and find it. So that little bit of good fortune has given Mark a good opening again.
Second good one of the frame. Surely he has to take this one now. Because you're not guaranteed to get more than one against O'Sullivan on top form, which he hasn't been yet.
1.
Yeah, straight away, try and get the red away from the black. Quite a big shot this, it makes the chance at least 2 or 3 times easier. Played it beautifully.
Six.
Mark Selby's 95th ranking quarter-final.
7.
And regardless of the vagaries of form, which over a long season will come and go, we know that he's going to be giving it, as ever, absolutely everything. He said himself he sees playing O'Sullivan as the ultimate challenge. It's a challenge he's met many times.
14.
And of course O'Sullivan has got the better of him many times. It's such an interesting matchup, this. I think everyone's been looking forward to it all day.
$15. $20.
Well, this is a bit, yeah, he was stretching there, but this is a bit like the red he missed initially when he was in, so just getting a bit more length on the cue. Doesn't want to make the same mistake. 40 in front.
$21.
Red nailed to the side cushion gives him some security. Brown safe as well, so he's a heavy favourite now to win this frame.
$20. $29. $44.
been watching Ronnie in the chair these last few shots. He's eyeballing every move that Mark Selby's making out there. I haven't seen O'Sullivan look this stern, I think, in a long time.
52.
Well, let's be clear. There are players in the game, including top players, who are intimidated by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Mark Selby is not one of them. Doesn't mean he'll beat him, but he's not scared of him.
$60.
The good thing about the way that he's cleaned this frame up at the second time of asking, the mistake the first time round will be completely banished.
65.
Yeah, and in the end he's made a nice break, which of course is how he ended the match against Hawkins. He was starting to find some fluency. Wasn't all scrapping, far from it. So, first blood in this intriguing matchup here at Telford tonight goes to the 4 times world champion, Mark Selby.
Break.
So Mark Selby's 65 in the end, the key break in frame 1 of this best of 11 encounter. The winner plays John Higgins or Zhang Anda in the semi-finals of the Players' Championship. They play the last quarter-final tomorrow afternoon. We know, of course, tomorrow night the first semi-final is Mark Allen against Ali Carter.
That is very telling that he refused. It may just be the case that sometimes a player gets a feeling out there, I don't fancy this, it doesn't feel right, so they renege on it, but it might be that he doesn't want to give Mark anything for free by taking a risk of his own. Interesting. Got to be watchful here of pushing a red just where the pack is. Doesn't want to push a red to the right of them because that middle pocket's quite big at the moment for any potential red to that centre pocket. It's worth noting. See, there's a couple of reds going in the right wing, and it might just tempt Ronnie to press the button because the pocket's a lot bigger than it is normally. Having a look at it, that was the worry. Here we go.
Well, it looked in, didn't it? But it didn't drop. And on such fine margins, whole matches can rest.
That was almost the only way he could miss it, barring obviously hitting near jaw.
One. Yeah.
So Selby's already, of course, had some table time. He's made a nice half century, and already here in frame 2, another good scoring chance, you've got to say. Black's available, red spread. So, be disappointed not to make something substantial here.
6. 7. 14. 15. 22.
Something that might help Mark tonight in this match, I mean, remains to be seen. I'm just thinking that because he's not been in his best form of late, maybe thinking about some technical stuff, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of that will have been taken away. The fact that he's playing against O'Sullivan. All that's in his mind is don't miss because you've got to play your best stuff. It's the only thing that's going to get this job done tonight. So all that's kind of removed in some way. You know, maybe not thinking about the technical
23.
side of the game. It's just play snooker. And as we know, down the years, there's no one in the game, actually, that's made Mark come alive as a player as when he comes up against Ronnie.
29.
Yeah, he beat him to win his first ranking title, the Welsh Open, back in 2008. It was a typical sort of Selby performance. He was 8-5 down, looked down and out, came back to win 9-8.
Thirty-two. 33. 38. 39.
'Let's see if he... the tactical shot here. I mean, brown for easy red, no problem. Sometimes you think, maybe just keep that red in bulk as a saver. Deciding to take it now.
$43. 44.
'Yeah, that was good. He reset there, got down the shots. Difficult to do that back off. A little bit of doubt in his mind, so, and that tells us as well that he's thinking very clearly. Players often go down the shot, they don't feel correct, and I'll just play it anyway. And you know what's going to happen then? You make a silly mistake. So that was good.
48.
So he missed that red in the first frame, just stretching slightly. That was his first scoring chance, but made the most of his second chance, and so far he's making the most of this one. 54 in front, a couple more reds. Should see him home for 2-0. But not tying O'Sullivan up in knots, is he? He's scoring. Obviously the snooker from the fluke helped in frame one, and O'Sullivan was left with that sort of do-or-die red to the right middle in this frame.
This red then. They all but secure frame
61.
two. The tail end of his match against Barry Hawkins didn't score a point the last 46.5 minutes of that match. This one's been going almost half an hour. Ronnie scored 10 points. So in the last hour and almost 15 minutes of live play out there,
69.
Mark has only conceded 10 points.
Once again, O'Sullivan has been sat there watching, hoping, of course, to come back to the table, but he'll have to wait now for frame three. The other thing is Selby, he's getting on with it, isn't he? 20 seconds a shot. You know, he's not prevaricating, and that in
77.
itself is a sign that he's feeling confident. He's feeling up for this tonight. O'Sullivan will pick up on all of this from his seat.
78.
That was a lovely little
84.
shot. Didn't quite get low enough to promote the red, but can do off the pink, no problem.
85. $91.
Not to be,
Mark Selby,
but a fine
91.
91. Once again, Mark Selby seizing on the chance. And he holds the early advantage here in this fascinating quarter-final. He leads Ronnie O'Sullivan. So many people have come to see that man here in Telford tonight, but so far he's been really one of the spectators, hasn't he? Mark Selby's dominated the first two frames, breaks at 65-91. Let's see if things change here in frame three. There's a possible 11 to play this evening. Well, the red has travelled, but he's got cover.
Has the cue ball nestled? I think it has. He hasn't left anything. And no touching balls. That's also a bonus for Mark. No one in the history of the game has ever been as effective as Mark Selby in this type of situation. Every time you come to the table, you've got at least a problem to deal with, and often it's a serious one. He always knows where to put the cue ball to give you a headache. Coming round. The fact that he wants to take the pot on gives you a window into his own mind tonight. He clearly fancies this. He wants to play the pot and be aggressive. Here we go then. This is such a tough shot. Oh, if he gets a bounce, he's perfect and he's got it. What a shot. Throw that in the hot shot reel.
Mark Selby on the front foot, and he can be as dangerous as anyone in that mood. He doesn't always feel in that frame of mind, but clearly tonight he's already got the advantage after 2 good frames, and now he's trying to press it home.
Eight.
Just feels ever since O'Sullivan missed that brown in the first frame that Selby's just been in full control of this match. Every sort of move has been his.
Nine.
Doesn't seem like it, but this is quite an important shot to get on that red next to the black. Anything around straight, and he's in absolute business here. That'll do lovely. This is a brilliant chance to press on farther.
17.
And all the creation courtesy of a thunderbolt from deep bulk. What a pot that was.
$24. $25.
Yeah, pink looks like going to be on the green spot, which is no great hardship. It almost gets it out of the way.
31.
A little bit more room to just work on blue and black.
So, Yeah, just as he was looking to be in golden form, this came out of nowhere. And Sullivan quickly out of his seat. Half an hour since he potted one.
Yeah, here's the miss, the classic example of hitting across the ball, as we call it. He just plain old mistimed it. Ronnie's got something to work with on this brown off straight. So the gauntlet has been thrown down tonight.
5.
His opponent, what's he got in response? He needs something. And quickly. This is a test. Just about past. But just about's enough.
Yeah, crept in, didn't it? Side door. Well, he's played the positive shot and he's not got the result. Trying to get the Reds into play, just stuck on one.
13. Touching ball.
Yeah, fair play, trying to get them in the open. I just wonder, would he have played that against other players, normal players? Yeah, I suppose we'll never know, but I think he's mindful. He's just got to get them open quickly for a quick kill in any frame, Ronnie. He doesn't want to get embroiled. Because for the large parts of this match so far, he's been given the runaround by Mark.
Yeah, no, Sullivan is really keyed up for this match as well. You know, he's been practicing a lot upstairs in that practice room. Regardless of what he might have said in interviews, he'd bang up for winning another tournament this week. And this match, of course, doesn't need any extra motivation for.
Massive mistake. Massive mistake, and he's left the red that Mark missed a few minutes ago. That is so unlike O'Sullivan to make a basic error like that, full ball in a red, and the path back to bulk. If this red goes in, he should win the frame, all things being equal, and it goes.
1.
Got a cast iron grip on things.
And once again, if he does, and he's still got to do it, then he can forget about the red that he missed. No need to dwell on errors if they haven't cost you. On the most basic level, they're playing a game of snooker, but they're playing each other as well. And that vibe, that dynamic, is playing its part tonight, for sure.
9. $14. 15. 22. 23.
Yeah, that vibe that you talk of, David, it's apparent, isn't it? I think everyone in Telford Centre can sort of sense it and feel it out there. When he's playing well, this guy, no one makes you feel like you don't have any time to breathe in the match. You can't let off your concentration for a split second, because he puts so much concentration into
29.
those little exchanges from this side of the table playing safe. He puts massive effort into every little shot. All those little innocuous ones that you don't think mean anything, they mean the world to this guy. He's got you under constant pressure, so when he's in form, he's so difficult to handle.
So this red is for 3-0. What a start for Mark Selby. He missed the red. He left a chance. O'Sullivan tried to get the balls open. That's where it went wrong initially. It was a bit unlucky, really. But then later he missed it, that safety. Left this chance, and Mark Selby has taken it.
42. $43.
Yeah, from a neutral standpoint, it's so good to see him look this good in a match, Mark. Yeah, he played some, lots of good matches this season. He's just been a bit inconsistent, but when he plays anything like his best, that's when you can see why he's won 4 times at the Crucible. Imagine playing this guy best of 35 in form.
$49.
Well, Ronnie O'Sullivan can win any sort of match from any sort of position, but were he to go 4-0 down at the interval with Selby playing well, it really is a tall order. So frame 4 coming up, huge in this match. I'm sure the O'Sullivan fans and the man himself would like to see some of that magic come to the fore. If he can get in, make a nice break, it's game on again.
53.
But it's about getting in and staying in right now. His highest break tonight, just 13 in 3 frames.
54.
Whereas Mark Selby has made 3 half centuries. So far it's been worth waiting for. It's been
61.
just over 3 years since they last played in the UK, 4 years since they last played in the UK in front of an audience.
63.
Been various other subplots on the World Snooker Tour since, but this one remains a very compelling storyline. Ronnie O'Sullivan, Mark Selby, you're never quite sure what you're going to get, other than, of course, from Selby, full commitment. And that's what we've seen tonight. He's been positive. He's gone for his shots. And a couple of mistakes he's made so far have not been punished.
$75.
Yeah, he's missed a couple, but I think so far
81.
the report card sort of reads that Mark is making Ronnie, at the moment anyway, look quite ordinary.
Well, he's capable of the extraordinary and he's going to have to produce it soon. With Mark Selby at half breaks of 65, 91 and 81, he is firmly on top, halfway to victory.
Thank you. 3 and 4. Mark Selby to break.
Yeah, Mark Selby leading 3-0 in this race to 6
Keep
to
quiet
reach
now,
the
please.
semi-finals of the Players' Championship. He's halfway there. This is O'Sullivan looking for improvements in all areas. There you see the scale of it so far on the total points, favouring Selby massively, as you'd expect. Huge roar for that one, though. So he's in. What can he do?
30. $14. $21.
Yeah, we know the reds aren't on to the same left corner, the two above the black. Yeah, it's no good. I don't think the left one's on.
29.
Let's end the break, barring a double. And that's quite a poor safety by any standard to leave the half ball red.
Yeah, there you see the safety tonight. You can see Selby doesn't put a foot wrong, Sullivan down at 56%, and that mistake there offered the chance. Mark Selby's pondered the initial red.
Three. Four. Ten.
I
11.
associate Selby's victories over O'Sullivan as being close because most of them have been. Quite a few deciders, but actually the last one in that Scottish Open final 2020, that was 9-3. Rather strange time that, of course, playing behind closed doors. The fact is, he has a chance for 4-0. Obviously, soon he's got to get these reds into play.
18.
He should be promoting one or two reds off this shot, at least.
$19.
Red going on the side cushion actually helps him, providing this blue disappears. Still enough in the open to win the frame at this visit. Key shot.
I think what's been impressive is
20.
he's not doubting himself at all, is he? And in some ways in this match you've got every right to, but I think his mind's just been focused. He's known from the start, I've got to play well tonight. And he is. He's looking confident and having a big chance here to take a decisive lead at the interval.
$25. 32. 33. 40. 41.
Just about got above the line, so can nicely in behind this next red. Going straight though, just needs to be seen whether he tries to pinch the pocket a fraction or settles for the sort of mid-distance red. Yeah, he was able to pinch the pocket just marginally.
46.
17 in front, so you won't need the red on the cushion as it stands.
$47.
I don't think he can get deep enough just to nip this without playing a cannon. Might be able to. It's a good piece of ball strike in this, just to nip the cue ball. Yeah, well played.
$54. 55.
Well, from the second I walked in the building this morning, people have been talking about this match. They've been offering all sorts of opinions about what might happen. But did anyone really think Mark Selby would be 4-0 up at the interval? 2 more balls and that's a reality.
62.
Just checking the scores.
$63.
He's been positive, he's been confident tonight. He's gone for his shots, he's played quickly. He's made the breaks. He's outplaying Ronnie Selby, is the truth. 2 snookers needed.
70.
The double means Selby will not be playing for them. So, the 7 times world champion, unbeaten in 103 days on the World Snooker Tour, winner of 4 titles this season, the world number 1, all the rest of it, is in deep trouble here. 4-0 down
78.
to an old rival who's produced some vintage form. This is the return tonight of Mark Selby.
$8. 83.
And you can cap a superb start to the evening with a century break here.
$87.
1
92.
When they were introduced, the
98.
crowd stood up. Ronnie O'Sullivan has spent a lot of the night sat in that chair watching this man, Mark Selby, underlining just how well he's played here. Black for the century. What a start to the night for Mark Selby. He's been absolutely superb. Breaks of 65, 91, 81 and that 105. He leads Ronnie O'Sullivan at the interval by 4.